So to get started, you have to create an account. So you can quickly do get started, or you click on try Firebase. So any of them is fine. When you click on them, you have to sign in with your Gmail. And once you sign with your Gmail, you're going to be shown the dashboard. And the dashboard will look like this. So if you don't have any projects, you shouldn't see this other side. You only see this side in the middle, right? So we'll put in our prompts and then it creates the front end and we keep telling it what to do based on what we want to build. So we go back to n8n, you have to create a new workflow, right? So you click on new workflow and we have to add the steps. The first step for us to add is a webhook. Why? Because we want to receive data that the user will input on the front end back to n8n. Let's create the basic front end first. Let's start with the front end. There are the prompts for this particular model can be found in the lesson notes. So this is the first prompt we're going to be using. We'll copy this prompt and we'll paste it here. Basically saying, create a responsive front end with a black theme. Center a single search form that asks, what job are you looking for? Use an accessible label and a type search input. With this text, blah, blah, blah. We can tell it what you want to tell it, but this is also good. So you can click on prototype and then it runs on the back end and eventually it will show us what it has built. So just wait a while for a minute or two. So it is done, but it just give us the prototype. So what this has is a search form as code, designed as all right, form submission, not bad. So we have black, we have vibrant blue, and we have light blue as a theme. You can change this if you don't want to, but this is good for us. So just click on prototype this app and then it completes the entire process. We just wait again for a while. All right, it's done. We have a beautiful, beautiful page here. All right, that's beautiful, right? So it depending on what kind of prompt you give it, it will display different web pages. So this actually is a goal. As long as it has a search field on the bottom, you're good to go. So how do we take whatever anybody inputs here? For example, I click on search. How does this refer back to n8n? That is where the first step has to be the webhook. So the webhook URL has different methods. Get, post, all of this. We're going to use posts. There is going to be a guide, the lesson notes that describes or explains in details all of these endpoints, HTTP methods, rather, post, get, header, all of those things to help you understand better. But just for the sake of this, the webhook URL is what enables us to communicate to Firebase Studio or any other front-end application or software. So if a front-end developer is asking, all right, can you give me an endpoint, something to use to build on the front end? That is where the webhook comes in, right? So we're going to rename this part to job detail. And that's all we need for now. So to test this, we'll copy this and we'll return back to this Firebase, and then we'll tell Firebase that when user clicks on search, send the data to this webhook. All right, so it's going to adjust the code as well. It's coding on the back end to give us what we're looking at for. So we just wait a while for it to get done. All right, that is done. So let us test it. So click on listing to events. I'll come here and then we'll put jobs in Nigeria. We'll click on search and voila. Yes, so we got the query. The query is here. And that's so we have received that data from Firebase. That's good first step.